Hey, hello. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. Hey, guys. So we are going live. We are going live. And as you start to join me, guys, do join me. Do join me. Say hello. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm just going to give it a few moments to let uh, the live make its way across the internet into the group, into the Facebook group. We'll just wait a few moments to allow people to join. And if you're on Instagram, say hello. Where are you guys watching from? As you start to join in the group, I can see people are starting to join in the group now. Say hello, guys. You're joining me, Kelly. I'm the founder of Digital Yoga Academy. I think most of you know who I am by now. But the reason I'm coming online to do this right now is because I want to talk about free yoga versus paid yoga. Okay, the title of this little chat right now is to sell or not to sell. To sell or not to sell. Hey, Heather from Brighton. We've got Josie from Switzerland. Wonder Yogi, Florida. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Talking about free yoga versus paid yoga. To sell or not to sell. Okay, and it's a sticky topic, and due to the situation we're in right now, it's a topic that's coming up a lot. Okay, it's come up a lot in the Facebook group. You guys on Instagram, if you're not in the Facebook group, you need to be in the Facebook group. There's a lot of stuff going on right now inside the group. So this is what I wanted to address today. I wanted to come on and do a live little chat around this, and there's been a big conversation happening inside the group about it as well. So it's really in response to that. You know, I've been listening to you guys, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But first of all, I just want to really congratulate everyone. So congratulate all of you who have been streaming live, using video, going live on Instagram, Facebook. You know, these are the types of things that most teachers fear. Yeah, there's that fear of being visible, fear of what people are going to think, fear of not thinking that we're expert enough to do it, or fear and overwhelm around all the tech stuff and all the systems to actually go live and actually do all these videos and everything else. So if you guys are listeners on my podcast, Yogipreneur, this week's episode is actually all about the fears. It's about the fears of teaching online and how to overcome those fears. So go and check that out. But these are fears, and that we all have. They're fears that are, I like to say, they're recycled. They're not new, these fears. But with COVID-19, we've kind of been forced into action, haven't we? We've been forced into action, and that's not always easy. But it's been really inspiring to see that you guys have been taking action. You've been getting online. So I wanted to give you guys a little pat on the back over that, you know, because it's no mean task, and you guys have done it. You've shown that you can really just step up and show up for your community. So first of all, I wanted to start with that. So who's watching me inside the Facebook group? It's not coming up as yet. Who's here? Say hello, guys, so I know that you can see me and hear me, okay? Sometimes Facebook is a little bit slow to tell me who is watching. So who's here? Who's here? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Cool. So we're talking about, the reason I'm on here today is I wanted to talk about free versus paid for yoga, to sell or not to sell. Yeah. So yeah, first of all, just wanted to congratulate you all for, you know, rising to the occasion and getting yourself online. Forced into action, Charlotte, exactly. You know, I think that's super, super important. You know, we need to keep supporting each other, guys. Need to keep supporting each other and moving forward. And you only have to open Instagram right now. You see it's just flooded with yoga, which is amazing, okay? It's absolutely amazing. We need to see everything as a positive, okay? It's amazing because the world needs yoga, okay? And it needed yoga before COVID-19. And now the world's yoga teachers are really stepping up and sharing yoga with the world. Okay, so that's amazing. You know, this is how people wake up. This is how people wake up, and more people than ever are going to try yoga for the very first time, which is incredible, right? We've got to see that as a real positive. More people than ever are going to try yoga for the first time. So, you know, everyone's going live, and just on Monday when I tried to go live, I couldn't even get onto Instagram Live because it was just rammed. I can't remember what the message that came up, what it said, but it was just like, Instagram Live is, you know, not accessible right now. Just could not even get on it. So there's a really powerful thing happening right now. And there's a lot of free yoga available. And you might be thinking, you know, how can I expect someone to pay for my yoga class when there's so much yoga available right now? Anybody thinking that? Share in the comments if that's what you're thinking right now. Guys, hello. Hello, hello. Share in the comments. Are you thinking that? How can I expect for somebody to pay for my yoga class? Yes, Natalie, yes, exactly. When there's so much available for free right now. And firstly, what I'll say is, it's always been available for free. There's always been lots of free yoga available. Yeah, it's not new. There's plenty on YouTube. And yes, we are seeing it. We're seeing it more now on Instagram and Facebook, but it's always been available. Yoga's always been available for free. And some of you might be in a position where you're happy to offer it for free as like a selfless service, okay, to help people right now. And if that works for you because you have another income to support yourself, then that's your choice. Most students want to be able to practice with their teacher. Okay? People want that connection and to practice, whether it's in person or online, with the person that they really resonate with. Yeah, the person they really resonate with, and to be part of a community. So if you've been running classes and you already have a community, you should 100% be transitioning that existing community into your paid live streamed classes, okay? In that environment, you know, people can connect, those students can connect with other students, so they get that community feel, and those students will want to support you. So Laura's just said, my students are willing to pay. Exactly. So don't feel like, you know, oh my gosh, I've been running my classes, but now there's all this other yoga, free yoga online. I can't possibly move those students who have been paying me in person onto a paid online class. You should just transition them over seamlessly, okay? Give them the link. This is where it's at. This is where you pay, and just transition them over. And they will pay. You know, they will pay because they want to practice with you. They want to practice with you. And even if you, you know, if you don't run your own classes and you teach in a studio, you know, there's still no reason why you can't set up a paid class online. If you've got students that follow you, if you've got a community, it's more than likely that they're going to want to continue practicing with you. So again, you should aim to move them into a paid option as well, okay? Another option that I'm seeing a lot of teachers offering right now is a donation-based class for people to join. That's a nice option. You know, maybe you might even also be in a position where you can offer those donations to a charity even, you know, during the crisis. That's definitely something that we're looking at doing. We're looking at doing some disco yoga classes for charity that are going to be next week for Good Yoga Life, which is my other business. So there's lots of options, and it's a personal choice based on your situation, right? So that's, you know that it's a personal choice based on your situation. And there's definitely been a big conversation happening about it inside the group, and lots of different thoughts and opinions, which is okay. So if you're just starting out with building your community and you're starting from scratch, both free and paid can work together hand in hand, okay? So free content is absolutely essential if you are building your community, especially if you're starting from scratch. free content is essential, okay? You need free content to bring awareness to you and your yoga business. It helps you to build trust. It helps you to create those connections with your new community. It gives people a taster of what it's like to practice with you. And you should be using your free content as a gateway to collect people's email addresses, okay? To be moving people through a relationship with you, okay? Marketing is a relationship. And so we want to be using content in a way that moves people seamlessly through this relationship with you. People get to know you. You can give them even more added value once you've got their email address and you're really showing up for them and nurturing that relationship. And those are the people that will go on to, you know, book your yoga retreat, enroll on your online course, come to your workshops, because they've got that relationship with you, okay? Marketing is about relationships and communication. So yeah, as I said, there was this whole thread in the Digital Yoga Academy Facebook group earlier today and yesterday. And there was one comment, which I'm going to just pull up now, which I thought was really great. And it's from Camille Ricks. And she says, there is room in the world for options of paid, free, and donation yoga. The experience that a yoga teacher gives their students can be valued in different ways. Also, money isn't a dirty word, it's currency and it needs to flow. And us as leaders of spirituality, energy, and flow need to understand that. There are a lot of free options available right now. If someone was previously running a studio or making a living teaching yoga, they shouldn't be expected to make it free because they're in new territory. People can give free classes, that is great, but no need to feel guilty if you can't. I mean, it says it all. It really, really says it all. And I think that just kind of nails it on the head, really. But, you know, I think, you know, if you've been getting a lot of, or if you've been kind of worrying about this, who's been worrying about this? Who's been worrying about this? Tell me. Who's been worrying about this? Because in the last week, you guys on Instagram, if you're not in the group, please come and look. And you guys in the group, I really encourage you to use the search functionality in the group. There's a little search box on the left-hand side. Use the search functionality and search for things, because there's so many conversations right now about Zoom, for instance. There's conversations about lighting, about mics, about insurance, and about how much to charge for classes online, whether it should be free or not. There's so many conversations, so get in there and have a look at those conversations and join the conversations. But I've been getting a lot of questions from, you know, the teachers that I work with privately and also in my programs, and these are teachers who are ready to launch their online courses like this month, or they've been like gearing up for it. Certainly the teachers in the Profitable Yoga Teacher program who are in month 5 right now, you know, they're gearing up for like literally launching their programs, and then boosh, COVID-19 happened. And now they feel like they can't. And, you know, I recognize that lots of you might feel lost right now, or frustrated or anxious, maybe even a little bit angry about all of this. And so this is why I wanted to hop on here and talk about it today. Because, you know, if it's you too, you might be feeling like you feel like you're being insensitive, almost like you're kind of profiting from the chaos. Anyone feeling like that? Or maybe you're kind of stuck between, should I be selling right now or should I not be selling? Any thoughts on this, guys? Anyone feeling this? Anyone feeling this? And because I've been hearing this, right? I've heard from so many people who are just not sure right now, like how to move forward with their yoga business. Like, what do they do? What do they do right now? I just lost Instagram. It just crashed on me. Let's go again. So what I'll say here is, when you lead with value and support and love, you and your students will win every time. When you lead with value, you lead with supporting your people, you lead with love, everyone wins, yeah? So what does that look like right now? What it looks like, one word: listening. Listening, that's right, listening. listening, really leaning in right now and listening to your community, yeah, listening to your ideal students, your customers, hearing what they really need from you right now, hearing what they really need from you, like during these times, super important. That's what this looks like right now. You need to listen. And when you understand what they need, then you need to double down and you need to serve them, yeah? That could look like free content. You know, that could look like maybe additional one-to-one sessions. It could look like creating an online course, an online program that's going to really serve their specific needs right now. Really, it looks like whatever feels right to you and your audience, yeah? So the funny thing is with this is that actually this is what you should always be doing. You know, whether we're in good times or challenging times, what you should always be doing is listening, yeah? Once you truly listen, you can then decide what your offerings look like. This is about kind of listening and validating what we think people want and actually working out, do they need it right now? What is it that they need? And perhaps you realize that there is something, you know, when you start to listen and you're like, okay, there actually is something that my audience need right now, but then you feel guilty for putting it out there. Anyone feeling this? Anyone feeling this? Like you're like, okay, I have got something, like the students in my program, right? They got their courses ready to go and they're like, now they feel guilty that they're going to be putting it out there. And what I say is there is no more important time for you guys to really kind of tune inwards to what feels true to you right now, and to either show up and sell or not, yeah? So to do this, you really just need to have a think, listen, and notice if there's something that needs to be shared in your community. So listen to your students. And then when that happens, notice if there are any stories coming up around that, yeah, i.e. the guilt, yeah? If you're feeling guilty about putting it out there, is that story really serving you? Is it serving your students? Is it? Probably not. You know, in the last few weeks, I've received countless emails and messages from teachers in this community asking me, Kelly, when is the Profitable Yoga Teacher opening? I need that right now, yeah? And the next program with the next group of students is going to start in June. Not going to enrollment open until the end of May. But I realised quite quickly, like as soon as I got back from Bali, this was really starting to crack off, you know, everything was progressing quickly. I realized quickly from listening to you guys that you need it now. And believe me when I tell you that fears and guilt came up for me. Yeah, they did. But I can either listen to that story, or I can act on it and adapt what I have that you need right now. Yeah, and it's exactly the same for you guys. So what I've adapted is a fast track version of the existing program, which means you get immediate access, right? Rather than waiting 6 months, because you need it right now. So think about what you have that you could adapt for your people to serve them and meet them where they are right now. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if that's making sense to you guys. You know, I think the main takeaway here is, like, if you have the capacity right now to sell and serve, then do it. If you don't, then don't. You know, you have a choice at the end of the day. If you do have this capacity, but you're like feeling guilty, remember that your expertise is really the beacon that someone else is searching for right now, yeah? And your online class or your course or your membership or whatever it is the very thing that someone in your community needs, yeah? Those needs are now higher than ever, right? So thank you, Rosa, that's very sweet. So I think, you know that people are struggling right now and they need lighthouses like you to light the way, okay? So you choose. And if you choose to sell because you've listened to your community and you know that's what they need, promise me you're not going to feel guilty. Promise me, yeah? How you show up now, how you resource yourself now, is going to determine how you move through this and whether you fly or not through this. So my honest belief, you know, my belief is that if you have the capacity, you continue to sell your offerings 100%. 100%. What are we thinking about what I'm sharing with you guys right now? So David said discounts for the crisis can help with the guilt. Yes, it can, which is why you guys have got $500 discount off my program, off my fast track program. But you know, so you have to adapt it, don't you? You adapt it to how you're feeling about the situation, and you adapt it to what's actually going on and people really need. So I know that you guys have lost jobs right now, and actually, you know, forking out $1,297, which is the normal price of my program, forking that out is a big ask, isn't it? It's a big ask. You still have to pay bills, exactly. You know, so if you wanted to come in the fast track program, there's $500 off it, and there's a 6-month payment plan. So again, for those of you guys who have got online courses or memberships, what can you do right now to support your community? Are there any, you know, discounts that you can offer to help people out? So have a think about it. Doesn't mean that your online course sits there and just don't do anything with it because you feel guilty for having something and selling it. You know, you guys still need to make a living. You're not taking advantage if you know, if the thing that you're selling is solving a problem, yeah, that people need right now. You know, hoarding all the hand sanitizer and then marking it up 100 times to resell it, that's taking advantage. That's taking advantage. So let's have a look. Okay, so I think, you know, this is about reminding people how you can help them, yeah? How you can help them to improve their health, their mindset, to change their quality of life. That is serving, yeah, that is serving. So selling is serving, guys. When you stop selling something that your audience really needs, you're actually doing them a disservice, okay? You're actually doing a disservice. So if you guys here have something that you have something to sell, and if you guys here have an offering right now that you could sell online but you've been holding back on it, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. And thank you for joining me this very impromptu little live here today. Tell me in the comments if any of you guys have got something right now. Maybe it's an online workshops, could be some online workshops, an online course, maybe you're about to launch a membership. What is it? What have you got that you could sell to your community right now? So I think, you know, if you have, then don't be afraid to kind of address what's happening. Yeah, like I do with you guys. I tell you the reasons why I've adapted my program in response to COVID-19. Don't be afraid to say those words. Don't be afraid to say those words, you know, and just explain how your offer is even more important than ever, yeah, to people. So strengthening their immunity or practicing meditation, mindfulness. Like, why is your solution even more important than ever right now? That's really important. And try to make it as accessible as you can for people in their homes, where everybody is right now, you know. Serve them in their homes. Let's have a look. Heather said, my mum and baby yoga classes are super popular. I'd like to reach a bigger audience. Amazing. Hey, Molly. Amazing. Heather, pregnancy yoga to create a local community for mamas. Brilliant. Oh, lots. Let's have a look. Energy healing sessions. Should online be cheaper? So I want you to go and watch the video that I did. So you guys, there's a ton of resources inside the Facebook group. Like, this is the thing, you know, I've been doing lots of free trainings over the last week and a half in response to all of the COVID-19 happenings to help you guys, all about transitioning online, creating online courses and so on. there's free resources there, and then there's a paid resource, and that's how these things can work together. You know, you can take up on the free resources, and if you have the capacity right now to come into my program, then that's been adapted for your needs right now as well. So in one of the trainings, I talked about validating your online course, finding your idea and validating your online course. And so really it's to do with the transformation that you're offering and what you put into your online offering, which determines the price. So if you're running standalone classes, you choose. There's lots, like I said, Jenny, there's so many conversations inside the group right now. So when I finish up, go to the search functionality and just search some of the conversations. I'll have a look and tag you in some as well. But we've been having these conversations about how much people are charging. It seems that for like the one-off classes, people are charging just under what they would charge normally for in person. But you know, you might package it up into something, so that I can't really just, you know, say a number, because it really depends what you're offering. So what do you guys think? What have you been charging? What have you guys been charging? Yeah, the regular fees. Because I've seen, I'm just looking at yours, Caroline, some studios I've seen are just charging exactly the same. Some are charging a little bit less. Christelle, what do you charge for your one-to-one session online? Amanda's got a 6-week yin yoga course. Amazing. Well done. Yep. Brilliant. What about you guys on Instagram? What are you charging? Donation. Yeah, I mean, the way you charge more, okay, so this is the thing, right? There's two things here. There's your online streamed classes, yeah, where you've been moving your existing students into an online streamed class. There's that. So you might use Zoom or whatever for that. And maybe you charge £10, let's say. And then there is creating an asset in your business, a valuable asset. So you spending the time to build your community, understanding what they really need from you, getting some ideas out with the community about what this online offering could be, validating it, creating that offering, whether it's an online course or a membership, whilst at the same time continuing to build your community, and then going into educating people around the topic of your course and going into your pre-launch phase and your launch phase and inviting people into your online program or your online course or membership. That is completely different to an online live streamed class. We get that, right? When you've got an asset in your business, that's about really building a sustainable business model, yeah, for your future as a yoga teacher, where you can sell that asset over and over and over and over again. Yes, you'll improve it, you'll optimize it, you may always make it better and add content to it, but you've got something to work for. And that's what I teach you guys to do in the Profitable Yoga Teacher. That is what that program is about. Yeah, we do talk about tech and the tools and stuff that you'll need for your live streamed classes, but essentially that's what I teach you to do. I take you through the framework that I use in my business, right, to launch my courses. So it's different. So when you have an online course or a membership, that's when you can really charge a higher amount. You can charge a higher amount for that. You know, a membership, you could be charging, let's say, around $20 every single month. That's, you know, reoccurring revenue month on month. An online course, you could be charging $300 or $400 for an online course. It depends what it is. It depends what it is. You know, you might start off with online workshops that maybe you charge $100 for. Then you'd go into something like what I call like a deep dive course, which you charge a bit more for. You could even have something that's, you know, over a 6-month period. You could charge $1,000 for something that. So don't ever think that you can't, you know, put value on your offerings, because you really, really can. You really, really can. And it's really about understanding what people want from you, and in terms of that offering, like, what do they want? What is the transformation? My dad is trying to ring me. How annoying. Stop it, Dad. You're interrupting the Instagram feed. Sorry, guys. My dad's trying to ring me. So this is about understanding, you know, how the outcome that people want from you. And when you build a community that love you, which you will, you know, when you've built that community, nurtured them, they want to learn with you. They want to come inside your course, and they want that outcome that you promised them. You know, how people are going to look, how people are going to feel. That's what they want from you. So it's a total different kettle of fish. It really, really is. It really, really is. Okay, I've gone on a little tangent, but I think it's important to recognize, guys, that the world has gone crazy. The world is online, right? Basically, the world has gone online overnight. And with your ability to be able to teach online, you can now reach an unlimited amount of people with your message. I mean, just look at this community. I didn't have this community 3 years ago. You know, I always say this is not a get rich quick scheme. It really isn't. But if you're dedicated and you put the hard work in, and it's your purpose vision to reach more people with your message, you can do it. There's no reason why you can't do it. And you can really build a global community in, you know, in no time at all, really. I read earlier that internet traffic had literally increased by 30% in the last 5 days. So that's like the biggest spike that they've seen in years. And, you know, the situation right now might seem a bit bleak, but you guys are really faced with an incredible opportunity to serve right now. You really are. So ask yourself, are you being called? Are you being called to share your message with the world right now? Help more people from home. Are you? Are you being called? Are you being called to share and help, and also, you know, add more profit at the same time, add more income to your business at the same time? Okay, I think I'm going to love you and leave you on this one. If you guys are interested in my program, I've mentioned it a couple of times already, but just check the links in the Facebook group. I'm going to keep enrollment open till well, I was going to keep it open till Friday, but I'll probably keep it open till Sunday, just because I'm now doing calls over the next couple of days with people who've got questions. So I'll share my calendar with you guys in the group. So if you've got questions, I'm going to be very busy, aren't I, the next few days? But that's okay. I'm here to serve. That's what I'm here for. So if you guys have got questions and you want to hop on a quick call with me to talk about the program, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to share, after this, I will share the link to my calendar. Obviously, it's limited. So if you can ask questions in the group, do. But if you really want to get on a call and just discuss something in particular, more than welcome to. And yeah, sending you lots and lots of love. Keep checking on the free resources. They're here inside the group, on my blog, on my podcast. Sending you all love. Thank you so much for being here with me. You guys are awesome. See you soon, yeah? See you soon. Bye-bye.